Hi, I'm Lucy Frank, a student, aspiring scientist, and member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I've always loved the outdoors, but my religion never factored into the importance that I place on the environment. A few years ago, though, my dad showed me this video put out by the church.
Our Earth, the place.
It talks about the beauty of the earth, the gift that it is, and our responsibility to take care of it. I had never thought about the church's position on the environment, but I saw this video and thought, of course, the church would encourage us to treat the earth well. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, it sustains us, and it's a gift from God. Apparently, though, this isn't the way all church members feel. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are categorized as one of the demographics least likely to sacrifice for or support environmental protections. But how can that be when the church has put out this video portraying the earth as a gift and has a whole gospel topic page on environmental stewardship and conservation encouraging us to take care of the earth? I decided to look into this a little further by interviewing members of the church close to my own age. I asked a few questions on how important they think environmental protection is, and I was surprised by their responses. When asked on a scale from 1 to 10 how important they believed environmental protection regulations were, the average was an 8.3, considerably higher than I had expected. However, when I asked them if they thought the church had an official position on the environment, the answer was most frequently
no.
No. I'm gonna say no.
So I showed them this video and asked them again. After seeing it, the answer was overwhelmingly yes. But when asked how clearly they think the church communicated this position,
I definitely wouldn't say it's like in the top of what the church kind of focuses on.
We don't talk about the environment much, so
I've never heard them talk about it before.
so if most people don't even know about the church's position on the environment, does it influence them at all? Again, mostly.
No.
I like to recycle, but I wouldn't say the church's stance is the biggest influence.
I mean, I don't try to litter because I know that God gave us the earth, but I don't think that's like church position related. I think that's just me trying to be grateful.
Probably not really.
A lot of this was what I had expected, but in the next question that I asked, things got a bit confusing. I asked them if they believed that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints should be doing more to address environmental damage, and the answers were almost a three-way tie between yes, no, and I don't know. But here's the thing.
No.
All of the people who said no had similar answers.
But I think they do a lot. My overall impression is that they do a lot.
I think we do a pretty good job.
Because I don't think they're like seriously neglecting any problems and like leaving it as it is.
But in contrast to this was the group of answers from people who said, I don't know.
So I feel uninformed, and I respect their need to be careful, but I think it could be clearer, the message.
I don't know like what goes on in the church offices, like what things should be used for.
They just don't talk about it. So I don't know to what degree they're actually like doing things. That's the problem. I don't know.
Among the yeses, though, the most extreme idea for an action the church could take to address environmental damage was,
I don't know, it'd be fun if they made like more videos about it.
Maybe if it just popped across my feed once in a while, I'd be like, oh, hey, let me look at this.
I don't know, maybe if they posted about it more on media.
So what does this all mean? Well, first, the church needs to more actively communicate its position on the environment. The video that I showed the members I interviewed was the clearest I had ever seen the church on its environmental position, and not a single person had seen or heard of it before. Second, the church needs to more clearly communicate its position. While most people thought that the church did have an official position on the environment after I showed them the video, a common thread ran through most of the answers.
It's mostly just them saying, like, Earth is good and we should be good to the earth, and didn't really feel like it specifically addressed the issue of environmental protection.
It just seems really big and vague.
It's one of those where it seems like there's real support for environmental protection and real belief that there's climate change, but what to do about that isn't clear.
We are stewards of the earth, so we should take care of it, but they don't really define what that means.
Like, they're sending the message of the earth is precious, take care of it, but I don't think they're saying we need to do this, or here's what we need to do to protect.
This is what the church needs to address. If you continue to go around telling us that the earth is precious and we should take care of it, you need to tell us how and set an example. If this is really the official position of the church, here's what I think the church can do beyond just releasing an under-the-radar video. Release a statement similar to the Living Christ or the Restoration Proclamation, firmly and clearly declaring that the earth is a gift from God and we should do all we can to protect it. Build all future meeting houses and other buildings with sustainable architecture and fuel them with renewable energy. Wherever possible, modify existing buildings to integrate the use of renewable energy. Make modifications to existing curriculum about things like the creation to emphasize the gift from God that the earth is, promote awareness of current environmental issues, and encourage action. But they don't all have to be huge efforts. Even something as small as putting recycling bins in church buildings would show members that the church does actually care. I've been a member of the church my whole life, and it's important to me, but it's because I care so much that I want the church to do better, to be better when it comes to this issue. God has given us this earth as a gift to love and respect and care for and improve for future generations, and as things currently stand, we're doing a pretty terrible job of it. The climate is changing, sea levels are rising, species are going extinct, and so many other problems are occurring because of our actions. Things need to change. If we truly believe that this earth is a gift from God, we need to treat it with the respect, love, gratitude, and awe that such a gift truly deserves.